welcome to the Fortnight 5 podcast. Let's go ahead and introduce everybody here real quick. I'm Rossi, I'm talking.
I'm Napoleon, I'm now talking.
I'm Tom, talking now.
I'm Charles, I'm going to stop talking now.
I'm Rob, I'm talking now.
And we're good.
Right. So what are our topics today? I think we only have one.
We didn't make a list. We were supposed to make a list.
You just started it.
Alright, so if you guys don't know, Diego.
Sarah.
Hey guys.
We just got out of Cap 3. So this is mostly going to be a review of Cap 3. You never know, we may pop into Game of Thrones. Episode 1 and 2. But most likely not. So be prepared for pretty much all.
And maybe a random spoiler from a random movie from the 80s.
Yeah.
It'll be unwatched.
Maybe a little Doctor Strange trailer, maybe. We'll see.
Why even?
Now we're for sure going to do it.
Yeah.
It's
let's start
next on deck.
But we're going to go ahead
more
and...
excited for it.
Yeah.
No, just,
This one's got me all back on my Marvel boner.
Yeah, I'm glad you guys are back on the Marvel boner. Get on that DC fucking nonsense.
Okay.
Anti-DC propaganda once again.
All right, let's all settle down here. Let's just go around real quick. We'll see what everybody thinks about it. Just quick yes or no's. Napoleon?
Yes.
Okay. Very quick.
That's quick.
Tom?
I fucking loved it.
Okay, I was hoping from you to get a dick hard yes, but no.
Yeah, Dick hard, yeah.
You got a dick hard yes from Batman vs. Superman, but this one only got a yes.
This one I've nutted twice already.
Yes, Dick Hard, yes.
Dick hard yes?
Yes.
Okay. And it's definitely a yes for me as well.
Cool.
Unanimous, yes, really. I think it's the first time we've all agreed on something.
Yeah.
Like, it's kind of scary.
That's fucking cool.
It's good, but then when a movie's good, we all agree.
That's
When
what
a
happens.
movie sucks, two idiots say it's good, and the rest of us know what's going on. So
Well, Cap 2 was great, and you hated it.
I didn't hate
you
Cap
hated
You
2.
couldn't stand it.
Oh my god, again with this.
Right.
Yeah.
I didn't
we
hate
we're not
Cap
here to talk
2.
about that and how much
Yeah.
you suck, but we're here to talk about Civil War and how great it was. And I think that was the best movie they've done like so far. Honestly, like it had so much like drama and story to it, and also action and comedy and all of it, and good story, and you were like on both characters' sides, like flip flop, like you understood like their motivations, and it wasn't just like Superman has to fight Batman.
Yeah, we don't have to bash that movie.
We've bashed DC.
Let's just
enough.
stay on Marvel. We don't have
Let's
to bash
stay on the positive of Marvel.
All right, fair point.
Don't be that guy.
I was just saying that you understood what was like both of them are feeling, not just like, oh, this guy's a complete idiot. He's wrong.
Very
Why are you
well
pointing at me when you say
developed
that?
story.
This guy's a complete idiot. He's wrong.
I can't point to the wall.
You can't though.
I definitely got...
Sorry, that was
I was more on both of their sides than I thought I was going to be.
Yeah.
For some reason, from the trailers, I thought, like, I'm going to be on Cap's side. Fuck the stupid initiative. But from watching the movie, I was like, I definitely see where, like, Tony's coming from. I liked how they broke down every character of, like, kind of why they're going
They
with
worked
it.
it all
They
in.
did a good job. Even, like, Black Widow, because I remember thinking, like, why is Black Widow going to be with Iron Man? That doesn't make any sense. It made sense in the movie. And she kind of flip-flopped.
Yeah.
Which also made sense, too. So, I really, really like that.
Yeah, no, dude, it was amazing how they worked so much story into 2.5 hours. It's like, boy, I wish those writers could just make all movies, and those directors could just put together all the movies,
every movie,
so that every movie I want to see just comes out.
So we just get full
Great.
movies, like full complete movies,
full stories. That'd be really cool. It was amazing, and then they even made Baby Ant-Man, which I think we were all like, oh, Spider-Man.
I was like,
yeah.
baby Ant-Man, where is this
We're all
motherfucker going?
Baby Spider-Man. We were all like, oh, Spider-Man again.
No, I definitely,
They made it work.
yeah, I know I'm on record of saying like, I'm like, what are they doing with Baby Spider-Man? I only want Baby Spider-Man. I never want an old Spider-Man. I Marvel, like, why did I doubt him? And I'm sure sometime next year I'll be doubting him again on some weird decision I think they made.
Yeah.
But like, this is current Rossi telling future Rossi, fuck off. Just stick with the plan, go with it. Because they know what they're doing. Peter Parker's a shit. I never cared about Spider-Man. I'm all into Spider-Man. Fuck yes.
You want to know what I love? Not one Uncle Ben reference.
Oh,
One
They-
Uncle Ben.
Yeah.
They're one of our secret subscribers, man. I'm telling you, every complaint I've ever made, they fixed.
They fixed it.
It doesn't mean we're not going to get an
They
Uncle Ben reference
fixed.
in the
Oh, I
movie.
mean, it has to happen.
But like, fuck you,
fuck
Rossi.
them.
No.
You turned already. Rewind it. Listen to yourself.
I also like that Marissa Tomei was the aunt, because
yeah.
I'm into
Yeah.
like, yeah, cool.
Hot Aunt May.
Make it hot.
That's
Aunt
a fucking
May
hot
hot.
Aunt May, yeah.
Like-
I love how they're like, oh, Aunt May comes in all shapes and sizes and forms. It's like, and this is the best one yet. It's fucking hot. Like,
Yeah.
Good shape.
I was like, yeah, because like seriously, like once you realize she's Aunt May, and so I'm like, oh, God, thank God, like, because the idea of like dealing with another like old haggity Aunt May would have been like, oh my God. Like, and by the way, nobody's worse than the fucking Tobey Maguire Aunt May.
Oh,
That Aunt
yeah,
May,
yeah.
like Sally Field wasn't that bad. She was okay. She's an old lady, but like that fucking Tobey Maguire Aunt May was like the epitome of everybody's exceptionally annoying grandma. It's like, oh my God.
What I think about it is like, whose aunt is a fucking grandma?
Right?
Like, that should be Grandma
Yeah.
May.
Right, this Aunt May makes more sense.
Yeah, it's like
it
that-
does make more sense.
It's like their
Yeah.
aunt.
Yeah, like in like about 45 years old. Yeah.
Well, that's why they had to make Spider-Man older to make the
Yeah,
older
like,
aunt
seriously.
be
Yeah.
believable.
Marissa Tomei and Tobey Maguire are like the same age.
Yeah, he's 43, still in high school. He got held back a lot.
Yeah, like
Good.
he's young, so she would be young.
Yeah, good casting though. He was funny. I didn't find. I mean, he said cheesy things, but it made sense.
Spider-Man.
What he was saying. Plus, he was young. I mean, the
young,
idea of
yeah.
him young saying those things made sense, and the way they kind of played off of it and kind of made fun of it.
Yeah, like I hate teenagers, but they made me like that
And well, they did.
annoying teenager.
Well, they did such a good job of like you being in the audience, going like, "Hey, like where like Falcon goes like, hey, when you fight somebody, you don't normally talk this much." Kind of like almost like what you could be thinking as an audience member. So they kind of
Like breaking the fourth wall in a sort of like indirect way.
yeah, they put that in there like, yeah, right.
Well,
It's
yeah,
all of a sudden it's all great.
they even did that with the Aunt May thing, where it was like Tony Stark was just like, yeah, and you're like weirdly, suspiciously hot aunt. I just thought that was funny, where it was just like you think that you're like, oh, Aunt May's kind of hot, and they say it, so it's.
I like how we got into Cap 3, and so far we've been talking about Aunt May the most.
That's the first thing we dove into.
It's because we talked about it beforehand a little bit. That's what happens. That's what happens. We like all all the good points we don't care about.
Here.
Well, that's what made me have a dick hard yes.
All right, let's all settle down here.
Well, like, okay, since you guys all watched it together and I watched it separately, and you've all talked, I haven't talked to you guys yet. Just showed up, got down, got hit record. Did it seem like the beginning was super fucking awesome? Like, just that beginning fight when they line up all the bad guy putties
I wish you didn't bring
so
this
that
up.
they all get to highlight. You didn't like the beginning fight? You didn't like Falcon taking out the
Falcon,
three
bulletproof
guys?
Falcon.
I'm gonna let you finish, and then
Wings
I'll say
and
my
his
thing.
suit. Scarlett Johansson, Black Widow, just fucking taking out like 16 guys, like fucking for the motorcycle. You didn't like that.
No,
Once
no,
again,
no,
was her hair fucked up
no,
again?
no,
What the
no,
fuck?
no, no.
Tell me what the fuck is wrong with you?
How do you have an issue?
Okay, you guys. I mean, like,
It's a highlight reel
give
of
me-
awesome.
Give me a second. Here.
I won't give you a second.
I-
Charles, what did you think?
I actually thought.
From the point of view, this is what it feels like.
All right, shut up.
No, we'll come back to your shit show later.
No, it's not a
I want
shit
to hear
show.
Charles.
It's not a
I
shit
hear
show.
Rob,
Let's
and
hear-
then
yeah.
I'll hear
No,
your
I
bitch.
did.
You sway their opinions. Let's hear it.
I'm not swaying anybody's
Well, I've
opinion.
already been swayed by Rossi because I drove home with
No,
him.
I mean, no, okay. All right, just give me a second here. I didn't not like it, but I personally, and your fucking brain doesn't, and it doesn't matter what they could have put anything out there. You would have liked the beginning.
It's not true.
I have a little bit of a hard time adjusting to the fucking fast motion camera and the fast motion action in movies. By the time we got to like the middle part of the movie, my brain was adjusted. I could see it all. I actually remember thinking in the movie, I need to see this again so that I can understand what happened in the very beginning. It's going so fast, and like that fucking cameraman, like needs to fucking focus. That I'm like, I get a little fucking dizzy. Like I'm like kind of like, fuck. Can you just fucking like stick the fucking camera on the ground so I can actually see what's happening? Like I
Show
don't
your
like
slut.
I didn't want to see I didn't want to see hardcore Henry for a
He's a
reason.
simpleton. His brain is simple.
No, I have to completely agree
Of
with
course
that.
you do. You
No,
don't
I
know
was the one who
cars.
brought it up with the car.
You brought it up
that's
with the car.
that's what I had the biggest fucking problem with. That's probably my.
And that's not even
one
a
of the
problem
very
with the
few
movie.
complaints.
It's just a problem. Sorry,
That
but
he
it's
personally-
not a problem with. It's not even a problem with the movie.
I had no.
It's more of a problem with what they're doing in movies currently. Like I'm looking forward to when like the fucking shaky cameraman behind the people are gone
They've
because
been doing it for like
they have not been doing
for
it.
like 10 years at least. I promise you.
Yeah, but it's not. I mean, but I don't know. Man. Sometimes in these movies it seems enhanced to me, and like I'm looking forward to it eventually when it's gone, and eventually will be gone. It is a trend of filming.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh my god, I don't have a problem with the fucking movie. Just when you kind of said that, I actually remember thinking like, oh, I need to see this again, so that I could fucking like actually understand what the fuck happened there. Because like a lot of times, and I have had issues in the past. You know, I've said this. Like, I still think sometimes the fighting is sped up a little too much for me. It's like I like to
I
like
understand that.
I want to see the kick hit more than like a kick. I'm like, what fucking happened? Like it looked cool-ish. But like you're just like Captain Action, so then like it doesn't matter. They can
It
do
looks
anything.
fucking cool.
So it's
I'm
like,
sorry,
so it's like
I can
Captain
keep
Action,
up
and then it
with
doesn't
the
matter.
fucking kick.
The movie
I was like,
started,
I saw her
so you're
kick
in.
I saw the fucking thing land. I saw the blow. I saw
No,
the
you
next
didn't,
blow.
though.
I saw all the fucking
Yeah, you
blows.
think
They
you
all
did, but you
fucking
didn't.
did. No,
in the
you're
second
retarded.
gear.
So your brain can't keep up. That's the problem.
I don't agree at all. No, I agree.
I've watched actual fights. Actual MMA fights.
Oh,
with
yeah,
Russell.
yeah, but you're not
And
going
how-
like
And how
this.
many times does he have to rewind the fucking fight? He
Every
rewinds
time.
every pay-per-view we watch.
don't
He
ever rewind
rewinds every knockout. Yes, you do. Yes, you fucking do.
I don't like
You
you pointing at me.
rewind every fucking one.
Okay, well maybe because of that.
And
Like,
they're gonna show the replay anyway.
don't
In
rewind.
slow motion for you,
I
dumbass.
honestly think you're confusing me with somebody else. I don't ever remember.
You're in
rewinding.
control. We're watching everyone at your house.
I don't remember rewinding it.
Don't ask me because I wouldn't remember.
We'll catch the next one.
Yeah.
We know we're gonna.
We're moving past this because this
Rob?
Okay. No.
is Civil War.
Something bad.
No, the camera. I had no problem with the camera at all.
There we go.
My just movies in general, and this has nothing to do with Civil War. Just when they start out with like it was like kind of what you guys were saying, where you don't really know what, like on a first viewing, it's kind of hard to take it all in of like what's going on, like what exactly was Crossbones doing, blah blah blah, that kind of stuff. So I can see that. I like the action. I thought Falcon especially was like on point, and apart from that, I mean.
Yeah.
No, I liked it. No, I did like it. I just it wasn't due to the camera for me, but it was kind of like what's going on.
Yeah, I guess it's like, I mean, it was almost like I did not like it. Just I remember thinking that was the only part of the whole movie I was like, I kind of want to see this again so I could take in this part more.
But that's every movie, though.
Yeah, but
every
that's what
movie
I'm-
has an inciting incident where you're kind of like, "What is this?" and then it wraps it in.
But like Cap 1, like Cap 2, that like boat scene, it's not like this scene. It's not as fucking hard to watch. This, I mean, I get it. Napoleon is fucking. I'm an idiot according to him, but like, you have to agree. It is shaky. There's something. It is harder to track. You can say whatever you want to say, but that is harder to follow what is happening in those fights than it is when it's not like that, done that way.
hard to follow, but I had no problem following this.
I wouldn't-
Well, because I don't think you care, though. I don't think you really... Because you're just like, oh, I hit, I'm good. I'm good because he's hitting. I'm good because he's smacking. I'm like, more like, I want to kind of see how it's happening. You're just like, oh, a smack. Oh, I'm so good. It's like, you're not even actually watching it. You're just watching a tornado. And you're like, well, there's people flying, and they're fucked. This is what I want. And it's like, no, I want to see how they're
every
doing.
smack.
Yeah, you
No,
see
but you
every
think you
smack.
did, but you didn't.
No, but I did.
Because you're
You
just
did.
like, which is fine, but you're just like accepting it like right away. And I'm like kind of going like, what the fuck is
No, I'm not.
No,
though.
it's because you don't understand.
No, it's because you don't understand.
No, this is
You don't
stupid.
understand. I can't believe we got into an argument about this movie. It's a fantastic movie. And somehow we figured out a way to fight.
I would say we all agree. That's not right. We have our own civil war.
Stop slapping the table with shit.
Vision sweater vest, huh?
The Biz.
I did like that sweater vest.
Paprika?
Was his face like amazing?
Yeah, dude.
I just wanted to stare at his face.
His face was pretty awesome.
His face, yeah, it doesn't,
Okay.
it doesn't look like makeup.
I got
or
lost in
anything.
his eyes.
I did.
It's a beautiful combination of CGI and makeup, and it's just like, did they create a vision just for the movie?
Yeah.
And they just slapped the sweater on.
Like there's a humanoid robot synthetic being out there that's like
Like Rob.
when he's not making an Avenger Cap 3 movie, he's fucking working at McDonald's going, oh, just waiting for the next one.
No, Vision was cool.
I really like that scene when Hawkeye like took Scarlet Witch. And like he shot the arrows and like he zaps him. He's like, "Hey, we gotta go."
Yeah, I gotta go.
He's like, too late. Like,
Turn around, oh, come on, you're killing me.
I love how untapped Scarlet Witch's power clearly is.
Yeah.
Like when she fucking shut them all down. God damn, you could tell she's fucking powerful.
She's a beast in the comics.
And they're not they haven't quite they're not touching on it yet, which I think is
He doesn't even know
is on purpose, 100% on purpose.
Totally.
But you can fucking tell I mean, it's kind of they obviously touch a little bit on the movie because I know she's the one that killed those people, but also I think they focus on her a lot because she is such a threat in a way.
yeah, that's true.
But she is the type that's she's almost like a phoenix type thing where it's she always seems to lose
unstable.
control a little
Yeah,
bit. Yeah.
unstable.
Wait,
Well,
so-
they showed it. I mean, she is unstable. She can't control her shit. She fucking killed a bunch of innocent people.
Wait, so did she get in the movies? Did she get her power through the Mind Stone?
Yes.
Is that
That's
how
what
she
he
got?
said, yeah.
And
Yeah.
Quicksilver too, I'm assuming.
Right.
Okay, because that's what she said, and I was like, wait, what? I kind of missed that. I wasn't sure if she was doing the
Yeah.
whole mutant thing, but
No,
just not
no.
saying the
They-
word, or she actually got
They
the power.
they said that in Age of
In
Ultron.
an afternoon with Ultron.
Yeah. And that's what I have deemed it, an afternoon with Ultron. A brief afternoon with Ultron.
They actually really even said it just in the post-credit scene of Captain America: Winter Soldier, where
Yeah.
they're saying all
The twins.
well, yeah, the twins. They're like everyone
The
that was getting
experiments
experiments
were
on died except for the twins.
Oh, I didn't catch that because I knew that it's a new generation, and then I was like, oh, they're mutants.
It's a
It's
pretty
a generation
good,
of mutants.
It's a pretty good German accent.
All I know is that the second act of this movie was fucking amazing.
Yeah.
I think the first, second, and third were pretty amazing. Not gonna lie.
I mean, the second act on. I mean, I like the first half, but I do remember watching it going this is good, but this is not I'm wondering if this is gonna get more epic. I was like, this looks like so far for me it was this is just kind of a solid movie. I was not hating anything, but then all of a sudden I was like, oh. And then I remember in the middle of the second act I was like, this is a really good movie. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Because I remember thinking in the beginning, it wasn't slow, but it was a little slow.
Yeah.
Kind of got it going. It was.
I agree.
I liked it. It was fine. But I remember going all right, this is good, but this is actually not as good. It was maybe I was expecting, and then all of a sudden, once the next second, I was like, oh, you mean this might be the best Marvel movie so far? That's what you're trying to get at now. Oh, we've entered into that area. So where now it's the first half I like even more.
Yeah.
But I was starting to go oh, this is see anything I say that's even somewhat not perfect. You seem irritated with
not
me.
adding up. Where
Yeah.
you say it started out slow, but then it was too fast for you in the beginning of the first.
No, he's talking about the action
I'm
sequence.
really talking about the action sequence.
Okay. What he's trying to say is all of the, and what I loved about the story in the movie is that in the beginning, it is kind of almost boy, this is exactly what I thought before going in the movie. They're touching on a lot of topics,
Yeah.
and then as it crescendos, as it reaches the top, it weaves them together, and you're just oh, I remember that. Oh, I remember when they mentioned that. Oh, I remember when they mentioned it's like a season long thing
Yeah.
done in a 2-hour movie.
When I was getting a little nervous
the
they weren't
first
going to
4
be able
episodes
to
are
get to
bam.
everything, I was a little nervous we're doing a lot of build up here, which is fine. I like build up, but I was getting a little nervous are they going to be able to pay it off I want it to at the end? I mean, it was way more than I was expecting, but that was kind of what I was saying. When I was watching, I was like, well, I'm enjoying this, it's really good, but is it going to, I wonder, because they spent a lot of time, and I was like, ooh, I hope this is going to get to everything I want it to get to. And it did. So I have 0 complaints. Just
Yeah.
that's a little bit. I'm just saying that's where my head was at a little bit in the beginning of the movie. I always knew it was gonna be good, and I even knew it was gonna be good in that instance. But I remember thinking ooh, okay.
No, I get it. There were a lot of. I kind of in the beginning. I know they had a lot to set up, but all the jump cuts where it's now we're in Germany. now we're in France or wherever, you know.
Yeah.
It's like, I'm like, okay, like, and when it started out, before the end payoff, I was like really like not into Baron Zemo at all. I was like, what are you doing? Like, who cares what you're doing with your stupid like Hydra nuke or whatever you're doing? Like, I didn't know what he was doing. I'm like, can we get to Iron Man?
Stop ordering bacon, please.
Yeah, like I don't care what your stupid revenge story is. It's Civil War. It's not Zemo War. Like, you know, I was like, that kind of bugged me. It paid off at the end.
Yeah. Yeah. it
Totally.
did. I mean,
During, I was like,
I don't like that sometimes they always have to have, like, well, there always has to be a guy at the head of it.
why?
That was a little, like, small complaint. I mean, I actually liked Baron Zemo, and I didn't even like the way it turned out, but, like, sometimes I was like, I mean, I know you planned this, but it's always like, a lot of things have to fall into place for this to work out perfectly. Like, you know, like
lot of
how could you
coincidences.
have planned it that, really, that like Iron Man and Captain America were for sure going to be there together
Right, yeah.
at that facility so you could show them the tape? I mean, there's like some stretching there for me. I was like,
Yeah,
I'm not sure I really need. I mean, the other part of the story was explaining why they were fighting enough for me, and the idea. I mean, that's where that was like, oh, I wasn't trying to get to these guys. My master plan was to get you guys to fight each other. It's kind of like, yeah, I mean, it's fine with it, but it's like kind of like,
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't
there always
quite
needs to
get
be one singular guy that was his master plan to get them to fight.
Well, good. I thought it was explained good. Like it
wasn't explained
no,
bad.
No, but I would agree with you normally. But like when he says he was like, I wanted to destroy them, and people stronger than me have tried and can't destroy them.
No, I even agreed with that, but
So-
it's more like when they get to the end, and you know how much they've gone through already fighting, and then they get to the end, and they're like the only two guys that kind of like make it to the end, and you're like, yeah, this was my master plan, was to get you guys here in this facility. It's like, well, then why did you just devise a plan so they somehow just show up there together, opposed to like they could have killed each other off way earlier in the movie. They never would even have made it fucking here, and you could never would have shown that tape to anybody.
Yeah,
Like,
but then his plan would have been.
No,
fine.
he needed the tape. That's what he was looking for the
I
whole
know
time.
he needed the tape. That's not.
No, but if they killed each other before then that's what he wanted anyways.
Okay, never mind.
I get what he's saying. He's
Right though.
you're right, but I get what he's saying. Where
Well, Naps likes anybody who wants one person involved. He like Lex.
I didn't like Lex.
I had the same argument about Batman vs Superman. You were like, no. I mean, you and last time it was you and Charles. Now I'm getting it. Like now it's this. no matter what, it's Brum versus this. But like
It's always
No,
been sitting
no,
next to
I
me.
it's always Naps on the other side. It's like, yeah, the one soul man.
No, I was saying is like he needed the tape, and I was trying to put together what you were saying, and I didn't get it. So I was waiting for Rob to explain it, and then you got all loud for no reason.
no, I'm just saying I agree with what I know what he's trying to say. Where
I'm not saying it.
the way it worked out was kind of like too perfect. Like obviously his plan was to get them to fight each other and get the tape and whatnot, but I think your big problem was that it could have gone wrong at any point, right?
Yeah, like his plan could have gone wrong like so many times. Like the idea that his plan was to get them there.
I don't think his plan was only to get them there at that facility.
Like,
I
that
think
was a backup.
if he had gotten the tape
That's
and they
interpretive,
hadn't
though.
been there, no, I'm saying if he had gotten there and they weren't both there, just leave with the tape.
What's
They
the
didn't
fucking
have
point of the
anything
tape
to
at that
stop
point?
to get it to fucking Tony.
If they're
so
already
Tony
dead, what do you
knows-
need the tape for? If they already would
What
have
do you
killed
mean
each
if they're
other,
already dead? What are they? Why
they were
kill each
fighting
other?
before the tape.
Right, but if they weren't dead, if they were dead, yay, he wins. Just
I
like,
think that's exactly what he
just
said,
like
yeah.
if the city lands on them, he's like, oh, all right, well then, I
they're
got my
dead.
revenge. He doesn't have a revenge story. Even he doesn't have. a movie.
Okay, yeah, no, there's no convenience
what I
there.
said.
You're right.
No, I get no Naps saying. I agree 100%. I get what you're saying, and I also agree 100%.
Oh, we're 200.
But let me try to bridge. Let me try to
Put
bridge
us together. We got a great movie here.
You know what? Fuck me. I'm not gonna explain shit. You both be miserable.
Charles explained it.
Okay, so I get what you're saying. How it was a contingency plan. Like if he doesn't succeed in having them kill each other, they'll like stroll in, and he has the tape to show them to like get them fighting again. Is that right?
Well, he has the tape to get to Tony. He has
Right,
to
right,
get that
right.
information to Tony. Yeah.
Okay.
What
and
if
I
I-
think,
Okay.
and I think what you're trying to say is, well, what the fuck if Tony wasn't there in the first place? If just like Cap and Bucky strolled up and he's just in the little window, like
Showing
oh, my
tapes.
God, Tony's not here.
And showing tapes.
Like, what's he gonna show tape and like? Well,
Okay, I know what I did that.
This was for Tony, but you killed him already.
Did you bring Tony?
type of thing.
No, I didn't. We didn't. Tony didn't come.
Well, I don't think they didn't surprise him when they walked in.
Well, that sucks. I got the tape though. Like
They stopped and had like a 15-minute conversation, so we staged the area.
Naps, you can cut it all you want. There's
Yeah,
a little
that's a
bit. There's some convenience there. That's all I'm saying.
There's
Sometimes there's convenience.
It's for the
There's
sake of the
some
movie.
convenience.
Every
Yeah,
movie has
Movies
convenience.
have convenience, so
Every
why is that
I'm
even
so
a
sorry that I
point?
bring things up. I mean, I don't
Like,
know.
he's trying to nag about something.
I'm not trying to nag. I'm not even trying to nag. I just.
Reaching for a nag.
But it's not nagging. Like,
I'm
Every
just
movie
breaking
has
down little parts of the
coincidences.
movie. Like I'm.
Every movie has coincidences.
No,
it's just like
it's
running
to
past the
be.
fucking Falcon.
Trust me. I voiced that. Like the idea that Han Solo happened to be like right fucking there when they left.
Because Zeno didn't even know what the tape was. He was trying to figure out like what happened on that day. The entire movie. He was kind of like, Mr. Like what happened like to the.
well, he was trying to figure out where those 4 Winter Soldiers were.
Yeah, he was trying to figure out.
Mission report.
Yeah. So what if it wasn't something else on the tape? Then what was his plan?
I don't know.
It gets on there. It's just like a deer like walking across the street.
No. He knew.
He
what
must have
was
known
on.
what was on
He
the
knew
tape.
what was on.
He was.
Oh,
He knew what was on it
tape?
because
Yeah,
they knew that mission from that day was the death of Howard and.
Because the other logic is like, okay,
because
well, I got
they knew
the
from
Yeah.
Cap 2
Yeah.
that
Well, I think maybe
Hydra had
because
killed
all the stuff
Howard
got
and-
released.
yeah.
I thought when he was like waterboarding the guy, he was asking him like what happened on 1991.
he just needed the actual report. He
Oh.
needed the actual evidence.
Oh, I thought he was asking the guy what happened on the day. He's like, yeah, go to hell. He's like, all right.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Because if he could have just given the records to Tony that said, Hydra killed Howard. I think he wanted that extra. Cap's best friend did it.
Right. Yeah. No. Yeah. I get that.
Oh no, I get that for
I
sure.
get that,
And I even get the. I mean, the motivation, all that makes sense, and I even enjoy that it happened because I liked that Iron Man became unreal. I mean, that makes so much sense. It became unreasonable after seeing that. And it made like the best part of the movie was like that ending part. But just saying,
It was the reverse Martha.
tiny bit
It was
of
fucking great.
The reverse Martha.
Yeah.
Reverse
It's like
Martha.
our mom same name. It was like you killed my mom. Oh God! It was like the exact opposite.
I feel bad for Bucky.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck
bad.
yeah, dude.
Both of
I
them,
felt
Bucky
bad
and
for him in
Tony.
Winter Soldier. I felt bad for him then when he's just like his life is he's just getting shocked and electrocuted.
Yeah. Well,
That's
the part
it.
where he says like, "Oh, did you remember? You remember
Yeah,
them? Like I
yeah,
remember
yeah.
all of
I
them."
remember all of them. Oh my goodness. That
I
was
also think it's
nuts.
kind of cool for some reason that like, he didn't like it. He didn't want to do any of it, but he kind of always keeps fighting back though. like some souls like do that. They find out they did that. Like, all right, like kill me. Like,
I didn't feel bad for
pretty
Bucky.
sure he would have killed. Pretty sure he would have killed Tony in that instance too. like before getting his arm ripped off, he almost did.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true, actually.
And like I said, like
I don't know if that would have killed him.
No, he was like.
I don't know. It
When
just
he was trying to rip out the chest.
but it just looked kind of brutal.
Yeah.
I mean, I thought Cap was trying to kill Tony at one point too. So
It's a hard line. For
I
that,
remember
dude.
thinking that part where he was bashing him, going like, how do we get anywhere back from this?
Right? Yeah.
Like when he was hitting, I'm like, is there like there's no return from this. If somehow Napoleon and I got in a huge fight and one of us ends up on top and I'm bashing in his friend, I don't think next week like we can be cool with anything.
Well,
that
just send
happened
him a
here.
letter.
Yeah, I have to admit,
Hey,
that
Naps,
was
you don't
It was
pretty-
a flip phone.
I thought that was.
I didn't realize it was gonna get like that,
That was great.
like brutalistic at the end.
Yeah, but that's.
Partial though, if it would have been Tony doing the other thing because he was in a rage of like seeing his mom murdered by that dude and Cap is protecting this guy, I would have had a better time with it. I still have a little bit of hard time with it going like, I get Cap was trying to protect his friend the whole time and he's mad, but Cap seems so fucking angry with Tony. I'm like, what are you angry about? Like I get the whole thing for you is protection, but like other than that, what the fuck do you have? What are you so mad at Tony about? I mean, because he's trying to go after this fucking guy that, I'm sorry, he just watched bash your fucking dad's head in and then fucking choke your mom to death. But then you're mad at fucking Tony. You're like fucking bashing the fuck out of him.
You had
And
to
you
stop
almost
him.
just killed his fucking best friend.
You had to stop him. He didn't
Yeah,
almost
but it
kill
was
his
just,
friend.
there was like,
Jason did.
It didn't
to
seem
me,
rageful to me.
I took
It didn't
anger
seem-
from it.
it
I
didn't
saw
seem
anger
angry.
from it. Maybe that was a
It
misperception.
seemed
by
like
me.
you're in a
No,
fight. You're gonna grit your teeth if you're in a fight.
I don't know. When he picked up that fucking
Because
shield.
it didn't seem like anger to me, but it did seem like how do you stop a tank?
Exactly. You gotta fucking
You have
shut
to
it
hit
down.
it hard.
Okay.
I mean, I'm not saying you're wrong.
I just remember
I'm
thinking,
not calling you
off,
an
you
idiot
didn't-
this time. I'm just saying.
I don't know.
I didn't get rage this
I
time.
guess when I was seeing it for a second, I thought like, a helmet's off, his head's going off.
I didn't know.
Yeah,
Told
as I
him when
get
he
the
raises
shield up,
that
I was like,
shield,
oh, yeah.
it's like there's no stun on that motherfucker.
No, it definitely. I think they definitely filmed it to where you thought like, oh shit, like it could have gone. He made the choice, obviously, to not kill him. So
Thank you.
yeah, but
That would have been over. But I remember thinking after that scene, like, wow, like Cap has made a turn, like not a turn, but I remember thinking like, what I said, like, there's not. I'm not sure you can't come back from what just happened, in my opinion, a little bit. So.
yeah, that's where I agree with the letter. The letter was kind of a stupid, where it's like, dear Tony, like, I'm sorry. You can still, we're still cool though, right? Like, even though I, totally took the Winter Soldier and hid him away and got what I wanted. If you need me, we're cool. It just kind of seemed like it was a weird way to.
It felt kind of weak.
Yeah, to kind of like bring him back. Just,
I actually didn't.
Just to
What,
set
is he
it.
gonna go to the doorstep?
I actually didn't have a
fucking
problem
fight
with
again?
that. Yeah, unfortunately.
But
It's like I feel like he's been backing me up this whole time. And I'm like, well, Rob,
Thanks for coming to dinner.
Okay, well, think about it though. Like you said, it kind of felt like how could Cap? Like he kind of seemed like he made the choice. Like he's not coming back. Like him and Tony aren't cool anymore.
Yeah, but yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
But I did still interpret it. What I'm saying though was like a little bit like he was just kind of Tony was like not Tony, like Cap was just really mad as well in the fight, and I understand Cap's like olive branch back to try to be like, hey, this whole thing's fucked up. We may never be friends again, but if you fucking need me, I'm still here. Like that's more what I interpreted. It was like, and also I interpreted also as like, well, there's going to be more Avengers movies,
that's
so we're going to need a reason of why we're going to need to call Cap in.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because obviously that's what it is. Like, it's the relationship's so fucked right now. The only reason they're going to be able to come in is because Thanos is clearly going to be coming down. It's like, okay, well, the Earth's like fucking. Like, there's going to be any moms and dads anymore. Like, there's going to be no fucking Earth. So
No Marthas.
like no Marthas, nothing. So you need to call Cap back in. But,
Yeah. No, I mean, makes sense. But
and would you rather have like a recording, like a video recording?
no,
He turns on, he
I
pops
mean,
up.
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't.
Hi, Tony.
I don't see the
I think you didn't need to do. I think you
You
could.
think you just left it?
Yeah, like and bring
Yeah.
it back later. Like
Yeah,
we've had our differences, but hey, like fucking Thanos.
I would have been okay.
Yeah,
with it.
yeah, I
would've been okay
agree.
with it.
I agree.
But
I didn't
that's
have a
just-
problem either way, but I would have been okay with them leaving it open. Like,
Yeah, they could have just left it open, in my opinion.
Yeah. I like the fact how the movie makes you kind of flip flop teams.
Yeah,
At least for me, like there was some parts where I was totally on board Iron Man's side, and I was like annoyed with Cap. And other times I was like totally on board Cap's side, just like annoyed with Iron
you get
Man. I'm like,
s-
they
yeah.
did not fucking get it. And like I was going back and forth. I was like, fuck, I like this.
You get
This is
super
good.
into somebody when they're talking, and then you like hate it. When the big fight was going on, I was rooting for Cap's team.
Yeah,
I'll admit it. I was rooting for Cap's team.
Yeah.
Except I was.
Except for even though
Even Spider-Man, I was still sort of rooting against
You
him.
want
Yeah.
Cap's team to be.
I kinda wanted
getting the
Cap's
upper
team,
hand.
yeah.
Yeah.
But like I said, in the end part, which I thought from the trailer, I was gonna like love Iron Man getting a hit. I was like kind of like I wanted Iron Man to kind of win.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I actually thought for a second too. I was like, I wonder if Tony's gonna be the one that dies.
Dude.
For a second, I was like, I think.
Yeah, when that shield came down, I was like, this may be.
I didn't actually think he was gonna brutally murder him like that, but I thought something was gonna happen, like because I was starting to get to that point of no return. I was like, fuck, man, how do you get out of this shit? I started thinking like maybe Tony's gonna end up getting killed in this situation, and that's like something that sort of stops it. I'm glad it didn't. I mean, that would have sucked. Thought War Machine was dead for a second.
I thought that
was dead.
Yeah.
And I'm so and amazingly, once again, they listen to the podcast or they listen to our private conversations. But they made the fucking War Machine / Rhodey that I fucking wanted. It was fucking great. He was he had more spine. He was he did a lot more on his own. They let him kind of be him. They didn't steal his like thunder, you know.
Right.
Yeah.
The closest thing they did was take that wimpy ass stick, which I was like, hey, get rid of that stick. What the fuck are you doing with a light weapon? Shoot somebody. Shoot him with a rubber bullet. I don't give a shit. Pull out another gun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was cool. He was cool, like when he was fighting Giant Man.
And then even at the end when he was paralyzed, it was like, no, don't pick me up. Don't pick me up.
Yeah.
And that's Tony Stank.
Yeah.
You know, he was still,
Party boy.
light. He wasn't down on himself or nothing.
But when he was falling, I thought they were gonna catch
They
him.
were gonna-
I thought they were gonna catch him. And when he hit the phone, I was like, in the theater, I was like, oh.
They did.
Oh.
They did exactly what my heart thought they were gonna do. They were like, okay, good. They're racing. They're gonna get there. They fucking missed.
They weren't even like, it wasn't even that close. I remember going like,
Yeah.
oh, they're gonna get him. Oh, they were like way off.
They're way
It's
off.
a weird,
It's
like,
not
quiet
even
moment,
close.
and you just see it just like, and you're like, oh my god, that was rough.
I also had a weird
Thank
problem
goodness
with
they
the
didn't let that sit
theater.
for too long.
I don't think it was. I don't know. I don't think it was supposed to be meant as funny when like Falcon comes up and he's like, "I'm sorry,"
shoots
and he
him so
shoots him. I took that as more like of an anger thing, but our theater was like, and I
Dude,
was like, I don't know, because I was like emotionally kind of in the scene. And everyone's like, and I was like, I think they were just fucking shooting him because he was fucking pissed, not like because we're supposed to get like a fucking Thor Hulk punch laugh.
No, it was a.
Yeah, no, it was definitely.
But
that was
there was like idiots and I think like,
I thought they were gonna injure a Falcon right there too. I thought they were both gonna be like just done. I was like,
Well, I was laughing when he hit the
tit for
ground.
tat. Like he's
Yeah.
out now. I thought they were gonna break
Yeah,
like his
like-
arms or something
Like,
from
Cap
that.
loses one, and then he loses one.
Yeah.
I was bummed when Winter Soldier lost his arm.
Yeah.
I immediately like lost like points for me. I was like, ooh, I'm not sure I'm into him as much. I was like, hey,
You're feeling like all stubby now.
Yeah.
That was so kind of like, I don't know. I was like, God, that's so real looking.
It was cool though because I was like, "Fuck, Tony's fucking that fucking stomach blast thing's fucking strong."
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know
I
what
didn't realize how much that thing.
Yeah. You know what I didn't see in the movie?
Yeah,
In the movie?
yeah. Shut up, bro.
Yeah, it's my turn.
Yeah.
When Captain America was holding his shield up, and then Black Panther comes and brings it down, that wasn't in the movie, was
Yeah,
it?
it was.
Yeah.
When?
Yeah, I think
when he's fighting Black Panther.
It was right away because he went straight to after he.
During whenever they all.
You know what?
fight?
You're right. In
I think I
the
missed it,
commercial,
too.
it was longer.
It was okay.
It-
That's
it-
what it
he
was.
had like the edges of it, and he pulled it down. It was kind of like a peekaboo.
Yeah, he's
thing.
like ha ha ha.
Where in this, he kind of just hit it. It came down quick, and then he went straight to scratching it. They went
Yeah,
more
that's
with
what
the scratch was more drawn out, whereas in the
Yeah.
commercial,
It might
the
have-
pull down was drawn.
I don't mean this to get an argument, but it also might have been more sped up in the movie. The trailer, they do slow things down for, so you can see it in the trailer because you're already getting fast cuts. So they slow.
That was a cut though, because
Yeah. I actually
when
did.
he
I
pulls
actually
it down,
missed.
there's like an actual Cap reaction of like.
Yeah, that's what I didn't
Yeah,
see was
it's not
his
that
reaction.
bad.
It's like,
I
oh,
actually
shit.
missed. I actually missed the part too. Like I remember like seeing that.
Yeah, I
on,
don't
I remember seeing that. And I'm like, oh fuck, I missed
Going
this.
too fast.
I missed the scratch. I don't even know. I mean, I guess I don't even know. Fucking.
Is he
But,
Ant-Man
hey,
turned giant?
huh?
What?
What you? I didn't know you.
I said, did you see Ant-Man turn giant?
You went too fast for him.
Oh,
So,
sorry.
I did see him.
the tiny guy's huge now. That's fucking great.
The tiny guy's huge now. That was funny. I love when like I forget exactly what happened, but when he gets over to Cap, he goes, "Here you go, Captain America," or whatever he said, or like,
Gives him the shield.
yeah, like I forget exactly what he said. It was hilarious that he said that.
I believe this is yours, Captain America.
Yeah, I believe this is yours, Captain America. God, he's fucking
Yeah.
funny.
No, I think he, Spider-Man, him, Spider-Man, Falcon, someone else stole the show, in my opinion. I can't think of the other
Robert
one.
Downey Jr. He was. On
Yeah.
Panther was amazing.
Panther.
I was like, I was like,
Panther stole the
must
first
be
part of
Black
the movie.
Panther.
Yeah, that's yeah.
Panther stole the early part of the movie for me. Like the parts where they were like more building, like anything that was building with him, I was like into. And I really liked the part where when Winter Soldier was breaking out when he was all fucked up, and then Panther like fucking he like beat up Widow, and then he fucking jumped in. I was like, oh
Yeah.
shit, fucking
You fought
Panther's
without
here.
the suit.
That was fucking cool. I remember like really liking that part and being like, oh fucking Panther.
Yeah.
Also, that fucking dude is a fucking good actor.
It's amazing. I was like,
If you've seen
I
him in
didn't
anything
think
else,
he was gonna pull that, the being African part off so well
yeah.
that it was just amazing. I was
I
like,
don't.
God,
Does he
dude.
have an accent in real life?
No.
Okay, because I wasn't sure. I didn't want to be like, his accent was so good, and be like, well, that's
That's
where he's
crazy.
from, so he's of course he's good at it. No, like everything that I've seen that guy in, he's actually been completely different, and he does completely different accents too. He was really good.
Actors are crazy, man.
But certain ones are crazy. He was really, and I thought he did such a good job that I was emotionally attached to him from that one little scene with his dad. I was already like, I already get exactly what this guy is.
Yeah.
I clearly know where the story's going. He's gonna die, but also, but like I could already feel his character. I was already like, just from one scene. And I was like, shit, this, yeah.
See, I actually didn't know that was going to be Black Panther. So it was like super fucking
that had to
awesome
be
for me.
great.
I would love
So I was like,
I would
I
love
bet
to
it's
be
that guy.
Charles.
And he takes off the mask. It's like, yeah, I got it right.
I would love to be Charles.
It was so fucking
Oh
cool.
my
I was like, man, I
goodness.
want more movies like
That's
this.
cool.
It was fucking
I would
awesome.
love to be you.
Because I like didn't look into it. Like I didn't look into this
Yeah,
movie.
but wasn't it still pretty
That
obvious?
He still called
I mean, it was
T'Challa
no, it was
and
obvious.
T'Chaka.
It was obvious, but it was just still like, well, could
Yeah.
not be. Like I don't know who he is, you know. So it's just like I don't want to find out. I want to let the movie tell its story.
Cool.
Why is Winter Soldier so fast?
Yeah, what the
Super
fuck?
soldier.
He's so,
Yeah,
yeah,
but-
he's got this-
He has super soldier.
he's really
Super
fast.
soldier serum.
yeah.
Just
It seemed like Cap was the slowest.
Yeah, he had to get a car.
He bailed out. He's like threw some guy out.
It's
Got
like
like
in this movie, Cap's like he's like older and getting close to like retirement more. Like it's just like he's like fuck it, I can't keep up with this shit.
I think he is like because
He drops
He's
shit
the
every fucking
prototype.
time.
you know like so like
How about
just
that Cap
just like
fall?
Red Skull wasn't up to Cap's level. Cap
Yeah.
isn't up to every
Yeah, maybe.
next rendition's level.
Do you remember that Cap fall in the beginning?
Jesus.
I laughed at that part.
I laughed at that part as
Yeah,
well.
Logan would just like flip like fucking.
Sam jumped. I was like,
It was like the guy
Pretty good.
fucking in Titanic that hit the propeller. It was literally. I was like,
that was
Jesus
the
Christ.
same guy.
Yeah.
They did that in Cap also.
In the first one.
Is it the first or second one where that guy goes through the fucking helicopter propeller? He's like, ah,
Oh,
it's like
yeah,
red
yeah.
everywhere. It's like, oh, I forgot about that part.
Yeah,
Yeah, but it wasn't Cap.
Yeah.
No,
I was like,
No, I said it was in Cap.
Oh,
It was
yeah.
either one or two. I don't remember which
It
one.
was one.
Again,
There's one,
I like that Cap is concerned about people getting killed when he's fucking killing people.
Well,
That fucking first scene, the one you are
Innocence.
talking about, the parts that I was able to see, those people are dead.
innocence though.
There's a couple where he...
Falcon Gundam Man
Yeah.
down.
What do you mean innocent? There's a
Was it two guns?
Dual wielding.
Boom.
That dude is dead.
And Red Wing fucking headshotted the fucking guy with the.
Yeah,
the
that
thing.
guy's done. That
Yeah, he's
wasn't
like,
a taser.
I'm gonna drop this thing, and he's just like, boom, and she shot the other guy.
I just remember a part where
Yeah, they
like
were
Cap
killing- they were
grabbed a
killing
dude's
that guy.
head and like slammed it into a car. I was like, with your strength and speed, especially what they're doing in this movie, that dude's dead.
You know it's quick. Man.
His brain was like, like
Yeah,
So he grabbed a dude by the leg and swung him into the cement
yeah.
pillar.
I
It's
think
like
almost everybody
dead.
he hit was
Yeah, the pillar. Yeah.
everybody he hit was dead.
Yeah, I was like, they don't have a problem with killing. The Avengers do kill.
Not bad guys. Yeah, they kill bad
For the
guys.
bad guys, yeah.
The problem is killing innocents. The
Right,
innocent death.
Were you sad about Peggy?
Yeah, I actually kind of like. I kind of choked up in a lot of parts of the movie. Even, like that part I did, and I also like just out of excitement, kind of like choked up. Like when they were like kind of like all like running together. Like even though you've seen that in the commercials,
Yeah.
when they actually start and like you see Spider-Man, it's
It was
like
nice to see the
it
film.
shows
cut.
both teams.
It's always better.
Like they all like kind of like land and shit together, and you're just like, fucking, this is like it's already been good.
Was Spider-Man in the film cut of the running part?
No,
film
they-
cut, yes. Yeah,
No,
he's
no,
in- he's in
no,
the-
no, in the film cut.
Yeah.
No, he's in the film cut. I meant the trailer cut. He wasn't.
No,
in
he's
the
not in the trailer.
They
cut.
took
get
him
him.
out of the trailer. I was like,
Yeah.
yeah, I
You
didn't
see
see
the-
I love
Spider-Man.
that part where he's
I've
like,
seen the
"We're running,
They're not
we're
stopping.
not stopping."
I was like, no, we're not.
Yeah, he was fucking great. they're not slowing down.
Not to sound morbid, but I liked that Peggy died
I mean,
because it opened the door for Agent 13.
Well, and it was also a good part because it was a nice reminder for Cap too. Remember what she said, and her speech was like, you know,
was
you
great.
I
don't
love
give
that
up on
scene.
your
That was
end.
straight out of the
And it
comics.
was very,
That was
it was
good.
it was good. It was good for me to hear and for like Cap to hear
He
for
does-
his character because I think he was
he was on
weighing
the
a little
fence,
bit,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and it was like it was hitting home like those Cap values of what he thinks.
Yeah.
And I remember going like this. I was like, this was actually perfect writing here to like
Yeah.
motivate him more.
She needed to pass, but it was still like sad. You know, he gets a text and he goes down and like just it's just like fuck. You know.
She was struggling. She was
Yeah.
like 100.
I'm into the
She
new
had a good
Carter.
life.
The
Yeah,
kiss,
old Carter out, new Carter in. I'm in.
the kiss, and Falcon. Winter
Carter's got
Soldier.
strong
That was
genes.
funny.
Oh man, can you move up? Nope.
I remember when they were on the
Falcon.
ground, like, couldn't you done that earlier? I hate you.
He doesn't like Bucky at all.
Yeah, they don't like each
Well,
other.
he also took his spot as best friend.
Yeah.
That's right. Yeah. And he
In
was the guy
45.
They were, he was the
Yeah.
guy they were fighting in the fucking movie before.
Okay, maybe Tom, since you're
Didn't know Rob was still here.
well, I mean, okay. Here's something maybe you can probably clear up for me because I was kind of confused in Ant-Man. Right, we see the scene that they showed in this movie.
Yes.
Yep.
So, when I saw Ant-Man, I thought that they had found Bucky, but apparently they hadn't found him in the movie yet. He was still on the lam, or had they already known where he was? Because he went right to his apartment.
No, he got to the apartment based on Agent 13's little portfolio of what
Yeah.
So that
they still didn't know where he was.
So that scene was just this is a scene from Civil War.
It's just a scene from Civil War.
Yeah, it was just a scene from Civil War.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because that kind of threw me off. I'm like, wait a minute, didn't they already find him?
Yeah, because sometimes they just show scenes at the end of the credits that are just scenes that never get shown in the movie. That was actually a scene from the movie.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because I always thought the scenes were here's a little teaser of we found him.
What's going to happen between the movies?
Yeah.
I get you.
Yeah, usually that's what it is. I think this was only
The only other time it wasn't was when Captain America was punching the punching bag and Nick Fury came out. It was we got a mission for you.
You're right. Yeah.
That was a scene from Avengers, but
The only other part of the movie that I did not like was those fucking post credits. Post credits fucking.
those were
suck.
let down.
We used to get good post credits.
Post credits have been bad lately.
Yeah. We used to
Just
get
no addition to the story.
The Wakanda one totally could have been part of the movie
Yeah.
and give me an actual post credit. Give me something.
You want a good teaser for the next movie.
I was
do
really
not.
hoping for a Doctor Strange thing, actually. Something to get me
Yes.
into Doctor Strange.
Instead of giving
because
me
I'm
some-
curious.
I'm already into
but
Spider-Man.
But I need something to get me in.
I just spent 30 minutes with Spider-Man fucking fighting. I'm into
I
that.
don't even know what the fuck was it? The spider signal? What was that?
Yeah.
His logo for Homecoming.
I looked it up, and they were like, "Yeah, oh, that's the Spider-Man signal." I was like,
He has a signal?
"He
Batman
has a
got a
fucking
signal.
signal." That's exactly what I was thinking. I was
Yeah,
like,
wait, no, you're right.
Call for Spider-Man. There's no specific light. The man, he covers New York.
Even if
There's
it was,
fucking one
No.
area.
Doesn't Commissioner Gordon go out there? And...
Yeah.
Across the bay from a
JJ Jameson goes, "I need Spider-Man pictures." Boom.
Even if it was,
He goes out during the day. You don't see that shit.
What good does it do on your wrist? We need Spider-Man. Where do we go? What the fuck is that?
Yeah, that was a bullshit thing.
Yeah, it was stupid.
because it was like everyone knows except for the stupid ladies that saw the poster. Everyone knows Spider-Man's gonna come back.
Spider-Man's in it.
Yeah, and that was not. I mean, it was cool to have more of him, but that's not a post-credit scene.
I didn't even think about it, but that would have been way better. Fucking Doctor Strange. It should have been Doctor Strange.
Doctor Strange. Anything that teases
While I was watching the credits, I had my hopes up.
And teases the next one. That's
Well,
the next one coming out.
Technically, Spider-Man did tease progression.
Not really. It was just here's another scene with Spider-Man, and we knew he was going to be in it. Like something at the end of Iron Man 2, you see Coulson go up and you see Thor's hammer on the ground. It's oh fuck, Thor's coming.
They did a better job of
that's a good
setting up the stuff more. They seem like they're just throwing shit in now.
They're expecting a post.
Dude, the post-credit.
Throw two.
Spider-Man could have been the first one if they put the Wakanda one in and then given me a Doctor
The post credits used to mean
Yeah.
something to me. Now they're just
And Spider-Man
Now I
could've-
feel like I could leave. I'm good to go.
I don't.
And
I'm not
Spider-Man
getting
definitely
it.
could have stopped after his friend was huge. Bam, credits. Don't give me the watch. Just
Well,
give me
don't hide
his
it
friend was
at some special reveal where he looks up. It's oh shit. You're
It's
okay, what's
whoa, what is
what's gonna
that?
be on the thing? Is it Thanos?
Do you remember the old dude? The first post credits was Tony showing up,
No, it was
bar?
Nick Fury.
Nick Fury showing up. So it was oh fuck.
Yeah, and then in the Hulk, it was Tony Stark being in the Hulk movie.
And they're like, what? They're connected?
Yeah. Then after that,
Yeah.
then it was Iron Man 2, which was
They
the
fired the
Thor thing.
actor.
After Thor,
It was always queuing up what was next. It should have queued up Doctor Strange.
Yeah.
Especially for it
It's
is.
so close.
It's almost not. It's for us, but it's also not for us. It's for the fucking idiot lackeys who don't know what's coming up. To be ooh, shit, who's this gonna be? Who's this
the
next
one after
person?
Thor was the one that had Loki mind controlling.
Odin?
No, the first Thor.
Who's he control?
He was controlling the scientist from the Thor movies. I forget his
Oh,
name.
that's right.
That's right. Yeah.
And he comes up and he's just you think he's just normal, and then they show him the Tesseract and he's that'll do nicely, and you see Loki standing there.
Yeah.
What the fuck is his name? Eric
Selvig.
Selvig.
Yeah, that's right.
Good job.
I know he
Blues
has-
Brothers.
Damn, man. No way.
Good
I
job
could've-
for me because the Thor movies aren't really my favorite
Yeah.
of the movies. So.
Yeah.
I think this might be a good point for no putties.
There were putties in the beginning.
No,
Yeah,
but
like the opening. Was
but like as far as like
it was fucking
the
cool.
best movie
Fucking
was
gunned
like,
down the
Here's-
putty.
here's-
It
here's
was
Least
beautiful.
amount of putties.
Let's get back into.
You're still taking it out of context, so you don't get what we meant by the
Well,
Avengers.
exactly. Here's the thing. You're saying it's not necessary.
Not necessarily in every movie.
Well, you were saying like you could have done without the putties. You didn't even want the putties. You just wanted what we got in Civil War. But I'm saying like you need putties in that situation where they all come together to band together.
fuck me.
I mean, you want to get the putty conversation.
No,
You get the
no,
putty
I know.
conversation.
I thought like you guys would be like, yeah, fucking no buddies.
No.
No.
Okay.
No, you need putties.
No,
Alright,
putties-
fine. That's where you get the guy gets kicked into the fucking
Fuck
pillar.
me.
Well, and also,
That's where you get the really awesome fucking kill shots. Like I think when Falcon turned his back and he's got the wings protecting him, and he does the rocket
like it ain't
launcher
no
thing, and then he kills those 3 guys with rockets.
All right.
Just blow the fuck up.
Damn, each one got their own rocket.
Yeah, I remember that.
I thought Winter Soldier blocked a few too many bullets with his arm in his hand.
It was a big arm, but yeah, it was
Like
it
a couple.
was
I mean,
nice.
one of the guys machine gunned him. I was like, well, one of those would have hit the head.
Like he did the first one they justified, like he was like
First one was
he
fine.
went, oh shit,
Yeah.
and then Cap jumped in real quick,
Yeah.
and then he went, and I guess because it's kind of a small room and he's got the super soldier, he's quick, I kind of justified his hand. Maybe I don't see it move, but maybe he's making small adjustments for that guy's aim because they're so close together. But once again, it was a movie, so it was convenient that he blocked bullets that should have hit him. And then they did something in the airport to make it inconvenient when Spider-Man took out Cap's legs. I thought, but yeah, it's a movie.
Oh, because you always say aim for the legs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, aim for his damn legs.
I don't know, I didn't have an issue with it because, like, in Iron Man 1, he pretty much blocks all the bullets from.
Bucky does?
No, Iron Man, like he doesn't have the helmet on, and Obadiah like is like shooting a little like machine gun at him, and he just like has his arm going like blocking it.
Okay, well, I mean, it doesn't make it better for me though, just because they did it in another movie.
Oh, I'm just saying. I don't know.
Yeah, I try to ignore that stuff because it does bother me. I just try to ignore it.
I mean, it
Like,
wasn't
eh,
it wasn't
whatever.
that bad, but I remember thinking for a second, like, okay, like,
It's a movie.
and they kind of
Yeah.
they kind of repeated the same thing. It was kind of like, okay, I mean, I get that he can block a couple bullets, but like that guy just like shot at him like 4 or 5 times with a machine gun.
Yeah.
One of those would have got through. I mean, that arm's pretty big, but that's like small shit.
It
It's not
goes
really
back to
complaint.
that-
It's just kind of like I remember.
You
It's
remember-
an observation more.
Do you remember that scene? It was like a comic clip that Tom shared with us where Agent 13 asks Cap how he dodges bullets.
Yeah, I remember that.
It was just kind of something where I just like it just kind of goes unexplained that they're a little bit better at dodging bullets than.
Well, I
But,
get
like,
that.
Seems like he can like see faster.
I get that. I don't have a problem with. I mean, I don't have a problem with that. But I just remember thinking, like, did we need to machine gun him?
That was a handgun.
Well, there was a handgun when he was doing this one, and there was one later on. I'm like, it was a whatever. Let's get off it. It's like I don't want to just go down some negative hole. I was just. I didn't mean it to be like so fucking.
You're learning. I'll change you yet to my side completely.
Can Vision always like go through walls? I don't know much about Vision.
Yeah,
he can
yeah,
always
yeah,
change
yeah,
his
yeah.
density.
You can
It was
change- yeah.
really
I don't
cool
know
when he
much
got
about him, so I was
heavy
like,
for
ooh, I
the
didn't even know
bus.
that.
It's kind of that was a movie thing that kind of, if I let creep into my head, bugged me. This bugged me at the airport. Where the fuck is Vision when the rest of the team boat shows up? He's always hovering 5 minutes later. Cap, I know you think you're doing what's right. It's like, why didn't you come in right behind Tony? Like, hey guys, let's be peaceful. Let's think this out. Why doesn't he show up when everyone else shows up? He shows up after. He's always the last person there.
Well, I know he did say. I mean, Tony did seem like he implied that he left Vision out of the first part of the fight because remember he was all like, "Oh, this was me pulling punches," or this was me trying to be soft," and then like the next
You
scene.
think
Next
Vision
scene
was
is
the punch.
He's like next scene was like Vision coming into the fight, and I was like, okay,
Yeah,
well this
that
means
makes-
I see.
I think that was implied on that a little bit.
Thanks, Frosty. I needed that.
I got one.
That It might be a cut, but it's a good cut.
I don't think it was. I mean,
That's like what they were. Like,
I like got like a really big. I mean, that's like what I just thought was implied, like 100%. But and then but I did, but a little bit every once in a while, wondering like when something's going down, like what's the Vision doing?
What's the Vision doing?
Yeah,
like he could be doing
that,
more.
That I will agree with. Like when a lot of them are fighting, he doesn't really fight anybody.
Yeah.
Why didn't Cap take him to Africa?
I feel like Vision's more like a pacifist.
Yeah, maybe like
Yeah.
doesn't do much. So he's
Like he really doesn't want to fight, so he kind of like. I mean, is that like?
No, I mean no.
I get that.
Yeah.
I'd like it if they said that.
It
It's
kind
a
of
Rob cut.
It's a Rob cut, but
I
it,
think
it
it's
kind of
definitely, I think
seems
it's
like
definitely
he-
true, though. I mean,
he-
I'm not,
No, it makes sense.
He was
It
in
does.
Age of Ultron. He was conflicted, wasn't he? He didn't want to like fight.
Right?
well, and I think he even it was like that was part of like why he even fired when he was taking Falcon out. He kind of was like, "Fuck it, okay," and then didn't even look where he shot.
Yeah.
Well, he shot and then.
Why was he
dodged.
so concerned about Scarlet Witch? What happened to her?
He
He's
has a
just
thing
into
for
her.
Yeah.
I know, but like he was all like talking to her or something. But like wasn't she down or something?
Yeah, she was
War
down.
Machine did like his little, or I'm pretty sure it
He
was
said
his
he
little,
hit her
like,
with the sound wave in the
sonic
back.
Oh, that's
thing.
right. That's
I was
right.
like,
And so
like,
then he went
kinda-
to hold her because she went down in pain.
That's right. I remember that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and then he's like, "Oh, I was distracted.
It's like I'm sorry.
I didn't know that could happen."
Yeah.
No mention of Quicksilver.
Long forgotten.
Well,
There was kind
it
of a
was
nod with
implied
the
with
death.
Hawkeye.
He's dead. His head's on a post.
Yeah, you got picked.
Yeah, big bold. Yeah.
Wait,
He
who's
might be
behind
the
it?
only one who stays dead, or actually does die in this universe. But
Unfortunate.
Oh, he's
One
dead.
of my favorites.
I know, right?
Yeah, no, that was rough.
Well, we got him in X-Men universe. He's still
I
there.
feel like if he was in this one though, he would have just whooped everyone's ass though. Just going real fast, just like whooping everyone.
Yeah,
Well, whose
but
side do you think it was?
I wonder who's that.
Whatever Scarlet Witches was on.
So he'd have been on Caps.
Yeah.
So I think Tony might have had a technology to
Or Vision.
stop him.
So-
Vision may have stopped.
Our Vision man.
I mean, it's like anything. Like when you think of somebody who's not in the fight, you're like, "Oh, that guy would have raped it if he was in there." And somehow they figure out a way to
I saw a little comment,
ground him.
like a meme that says like, "Why was Hulk not in this?" It's like because it just shows like Iron Man like pointing to a like chalkboard. It's like smash them. That's why he's not in it.
Did you guys like Giant Man?
I did.
More than I thought I would.
When it
like
happened, it was like such a fucking like holy shit, it's cool. But like he was a little too slow
Yeah.
for what I.
But isn't that the idea?
No.
No, it is the idea. It is the idea, but I wanted him to do more with it.
Paul Rudd sells it. Is the
Yeah.
thing. It works because it's
Paul
Paul,
Rudd
Rudd.
sells it.
He fucking does it with his eyes when he gets big, and it works.
Whoa!
Yeah.
And he grabs Rhodey, and Iron Man's like, "Give me my Rhodey back!"
My favorite line in the whole movie is when Vision goes into him and he goes, "Something just went in me." Like, what the fuck?
Yeah,
That was
that was a funny part. That was a really funny part. They just went in
Just goes
there.
right into him. It's like, oh, what could happen?
That was the
Every
other best
line he
part.
had was good.
Yeah, of the fight for me was actually like that sold Spider-Man was when he's riding on fucking War Machine coming up. I'm like, I don't know why. I just like I want War Machine to show up in fucking Spider-Man's movie. Just like I don't know how they're gonna make that
That was
work, but I
cool.
like the way it worked.
It could if Iron Man's gonna be.
You think,
in it, no doubt, but
Rhodey's gonna get like his legs back.
Yeah.
I
I think he's
kinda
gonna be
think
in the
so.
suit.
Was that,
Yeah,
was that
probably-
implied that he had feeling in his legs again, or like just those leg things?
no, he had feeling. I'm pretty sure with
It
Tony
wasn't like
Stark's-
paralyzed, right?
No,
You know, I
Not
don't
that
know.
much is said on it, really.
Yeah, not that much is said on it, and
he'll probably have like enhanced legs or something.
fucking.
Did you guys
Fucking
think?
Iron Man solved his own heart problem. He can solve Rhodey's spine.
Did you guys
problem.
think that needed to be shown in the fucking trailer?
What?
How much more of the impact would that Rhodey part have been if they didn't fucking know it?
It bothered me.
Because even the whole fight, I'm sitting there going like, okay, when's the Rhodey part gonna happen?
Well,
Yeah.
I wasn't thinking that the whole time. but-
My heart
I was
started
thinking
racing at the airport. I was like, "Oh, it's coming."
Yeah,
It's
that's what
fine.
I
I
felt
think,
like.
I just don't think
yeah.
it enhanced the trailer all that much for like I just sometimes these trailers like it just like
They give too
it
much.
even actually happened to me with the Cap thing where it's like when Iron Man came back and he was like, oh, I'm gonna be on your guys' side now, we're working together. I mean, you kind of knew, like, well, I'm sitting there going, like, well, I know you are, but you're not, because I know there's other fighting
More
scenes.
fighting, yeah.
Well,
yeah.
that's the problem with
Yeah.
trailers.
But they don't need to
all together. I think.
but they
is, like,
show
It'd be
things-
great to go in like Charles.
But they should never show
And not
anything
know.
that's sort of
Yeah, yeah.
in the climax of the movie, really.
No, I
should only show like little setup parts and like snippets of like the more fast action opening parts like that, where it's like more just action of the scenes. But you don't need to show like Rhodey getting
the
hit.
Rhodey getting shot thing never needed to be shown. If that had happened without us knowing we saw that,
I would have thought he was
down,
for sure
I
dead
would've been
for
like,
some reason.
oh fuck,
Yeah.
they just killed one.
I would have thought he was more dead than I did actually, because for some reason the idea of them showing
Immediately,
it
we're like, there's a
in the
heartbeat.
trailer so much, I was like, he's probably not dead.
Yeah.
I thought he was dead.
However,
I really didn't want him to be dead, but I thought he was dead. I
However-
thought they broke the rule.
Tony Stark in the cast was not the end of the movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, I noticed that. I was like, this ain't the end. We're like halfway through.
Dude, Tony pissed me off on that part, dude, when he was all like,
All bitching at Natasha.
yeah, and he's all like, I gotta hear to me about Panther too. I forget what's his name. What's his
T'Challa.
T'Challa like told Ross what you did.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, fuck you, Panther. Like, you dickhead. You went on and like, she blocked me from stopping him.
Thunderbolt Rush!
Oh, and again,
Thunderbolt
fuck. Thunderbolt
Oh my
Ross.
god, how hateable was that?
And it's like he's always the same. And I was so irritated when he walked up. It's like, oh, the Secretary of State's here. I'm like, he's the Secretary of State. Who made this idiot the Secretary of State? Which is
That was the only
very
time
real.
I was on Cap's side, where I was like, we can't give the government control. We can't. If Thunderbolt's the government,
like,
oh god.
well, that's the thing. Like, I understand where Iron Man's coming from. Like, they do need something. I mean, Cap's not 100% right,
Yeah.
but you can't give it to these fucking because he's totally right. Like, all these people who have their own agendas.
Yeah.
It's totally true. Like, these people who get to these positions, most of them are not fucking good people. Like,
Not
you
good
gotta
people.
like fucking step on throats to fucking get to that position. So it's like that's the weird. That's why it always made sense of like both sides. But I kind of got Tony's side too, and I think even Cap understood Tony's side. He just, which is why I think they had to put the Winter Soldier element back more in there so that he had like more of a reason to rebel. Because I think if it just would have been
Yeah.
that, he probably would have just
It
caved.
would have been like, wow.
All right, let's do it.
Or it's like, wow, you're stubborn.
Yeah, yeah, like, yeah,
It seemed like he was ready to cave.
he was gonna
He
do
was
it.
gonna. He like had the pen. He's like, all right, if there's fucking things.
I missed the dialogue there of exactly what they said. I know it was something about Scarlet Witch, but I missed exactly what it was because he's about to sign. And it's just like something about Wanda.
Yeah.
She
and
was
then-
on like house arrest.
That she's
with
locked in
Vision.
the house.
That's
that
what it
she's-
was, and
That
she-
he's not allowing her to
He's
leave.
like, this is the start of it. Like she can't even leave the fucking
Okay, I
house.
kind of missed the line there, and that was the part where I was like, "Who the fuck is Wanda?" And I was like, "Oh, Wanda, Scarlet Witch." I kind of forgot her because they don't like say her name enough last movie or something. I just didn't. I don't know.
Well, they said it in the
For some reason,
in
I thought
this movie like quite a few times.
I just
but
sort
it's
of like
fine.
was there's there's lots going on.
It
So
goes
just kinda-
fast.
And I was like, Wanda, who the
Yeah,
fuck?
he had to.
Wanda Sykes? Like, what are you talking about?
Right.
Haven't seen Wanda- Is that the black lady in the beginning? It didn't look like Wanda Sykes.
And I thought it was perfect for like to lock her in to trigger something in Cap's mind because he's World War II. He's Nazi internment camps. He's American internment camps. He's
he saw it. That
internment
shit's
camp
fresh.
is fresh in his head.
Yeah, it just happened not that long ago.
Yeah, that's a good point.
That makes a lot more sense because when I saw it, I thought he made the leap like real quick. When he's just like, "All right, yeah, maybe I'll sign it." Oh yeah, we're just keeping her out of this one or whatever. Oh, you never learn, Tony. And I was like,
he said Wanda and he said something else. He said
Yeah, I kind of
Wanda,
missed that
and
part.
he-
I mean,
he said he's like Wanda's doing whatever, and then fucking someone, I forget what else he said.
did you guys think the Pepper thing was interesting? Did they just like kind of?
What the fuck happened
could've
there?
been
broke that
I
off.
liked it because
Did
it
you
seemed
hate-
like
How about that a post credits?
it seemed like a good fuck you to Iron Man 3 to me. That's how that felt. Because he's sitting there, he's just like, yeah, so there was this stupid fucking storyline where I blew up all my suits and she wanted me to, or whatever. But I was like, you know what? That's stupid. I want to fucking be Iron Man. So fuck that ending. And she's out. All right, you're the problem. Get out. I fucking loved that. I was like, oh.
Yeah, it felt like that. Wait, what exactly happened though? I don't remember what.
That's what happened.
It sounds like he was like, hey, she's like, I don't want to be with Iron Man. He's like, okay, it blows all the suits up, and he's still being Iron Man with Ultron and like doing all this. He's still fucking tinkering and building shit, and then she's just like, meow, meow, meow.
So she's just out.
I guess it sounds well. Yeah, he's like on like a
Well,
long.
They're on a break.
They're on a
They're on a
break.
break.
Yeah.
They fight.
Until
It
he
happens.
becomes
It's real
not
life.
Iron Man, she won't be
I'm a
with
fucker.
him. So,
She's got extremists now.
Yeah, I thought she
No,
died
it's
or
cured.
something.
I was a character.
He got rid of the extremists.
Extremis?
The Iron Man 3 stuff. We won't speak on Iron Man 3.
Yeah, we won't.
I liked that they brought it up. That's all it needed.
I thought I liked it. I thought it was a good fuck you Iron Man 3.
At least they thought of it.
That's how I did it. Yeah, they got thought of it.
That's
It
unfortunate.
had to have
It's
been.
unfortunate it was in a slight. But I thought it. I don't know. I kind of. I think the biggest problem with Iron Man 3 is that it's not a complete.
Let's not get into Iron Man 3,
thing.
please.
Yeah, it's fine. Yes, I didn't want to. I didn't want to. It just you guys triggered
We've
something
talked
in
enough
me.
about Iron Man.
It's like you said, Martha.
It said Martha.
So, yeah, fucking War Machine was great. Panther was great. Falcon was great. It was fucking. It was awesome. Fucking. I didn't know Giant Man was gonna happen.
Yeah,
And when that happened, that was so.
I kind of
like.
have a feeling.
I had because you guys mentioned like something about Giant Man. And I was like, I wish I didn't know that.
I heard in an interview there was like I watched like
I think
a Screen Junkies thing where they were talking to somebody who was kind of like involved
That's to go
or whatever, and they asked. This was like months and months ago, and they'd asked something where it was like, and he said like, let's just say like Scott Lang might have some big things ahead of him or something like that. And I was just like, fucking.
That would have sucked. I'm glad I didn't know that beforehand. It was just great. That surprise was, especially as they're building up to it. He's like, this might tear me in half, and if it tears me in half, don't come back for me. Like,
Yeah.
I was wondering what he was talking about.
What
I
are
thought
you
we were
talking
Are
about?
you talking about like going into that fucking
are you gonna
quantum realm
you gonna
again?
jump into a suitcase and like make it dance or something? What are you doing? You weirdo.
I've done this many times. Actually, just once. And a while I passed out. Anyways, give it a shot. Yeah, anything that came out of it. Like, Hank Pym always said, never trust a Stark. It's like, who are you?
He said that in the past tense, and I wonder if they were gonna kill off Michael Douglas off screen. Like,
What do
Oh,
you mean?
I didn't take that as
I didn't take it as past tense.
he said it like, what did he say? He said something like, Hank used to say. He said
I
it.
thought he said Hank always said never trust a
I think he
Stark.
said Hank used to say.
Oh, I took it as where he's just like if it was like, Naps always says like don't do it. Like,
Yeah, no, totally. If it's not, it's fine. But if they snuck that in there also, like I was like, oh man,
I'm sure they'll kill him off.
Pym
in the
is
next one,
old.
though. You know what I mean? They might kill him off and like have the Wasp be like, oh fuck, and do something with it. You know?
I mean, she's on the title now, so that's pretty big.
Yeah,
So
that's cool.
And he's not going to be in the Avengers? They're not going to be in the Avengers?
I'm sure they'll be in Avengers.
Is that before the Avengers?
Ant-Man and the Wasp, yeah.
Oh, okay, so they probably
before.
So what's before what's after the Avengers? What's after Avengers? The next one.
There's a part one. Part two.
Black Panther after
Black Panther is after the
Panther's
first
after.
Avengers, which bothers me. I think like the fact that he's introduced now, it's like I want a full movie of him now.
Well, he's got a 5-movie contract, so I
He
wonder how
does?
many. Yeah.
Holy
Oh
shit.
my
So
God.
this is one. And he's got 4 more to
Part
go,
1 and
two.
and his own. So there's part 1 and 2, and then there's another one that he's, I guess, gonna be in.
I heard they cut the Inhumans.
Yeah, they cut Inhumans
I
out.
heard
They did?
Wait,
Yeah.
so what Marvel movies are coming up? Doctor Strange,
Strange,
Thor.
Thor, Ragnarok,
Guardians of the Galaxy 2.
Guardians 2, Infinity Wars 1 and 2, which I heard they
Spider-Man
might
Homecoming.
retitle, but I don't know where they could go with titles. Does Spider-Man counts, right? Even though there's a
Spider-Man
Sony
counts, yeah, because it's part. They've moved their production for that,
and
Iron Man's gonna be in it.
Captain Marvel
Oh, Iron Man's be in
is
it?
before
Yeah,
Infinity
Princess
Wars.
Oh, that's right, Captain Marvel. I forgot. That was.
It's like I think those 7 and plus Panther afterwards.
Wow, so there's a
Was-
lot before.
Was
Infinity Wars.
Inhumans like gonna be the shitty Inhumans from the show?
I mean, I imagine it has to be because
could.
they're.
So is that why they cut it? Because I was like, oh yeah, these suck.
Wait, what? Which?
I mean, they do suck.
They do suck.
Does anyone else watch the show besides me?
No,
I got to where there was, like, two
Inhumans was supposed
Inhumans.
to be a movie.
Okay.
I remember. Yeah, I remember it's supposed to be a movie. It's on.
I think you're like a season and a half
Right now.
behind.
It's due.
Yeah, well, and those two sucked, so I got out of it.
It's Quake and who?
The fucking, I don't
It's-
know, pricky girl.
And Pricky? Okay,
Yeah.
Porcupine? Yeah. Okay.
That show
So-
feels not canon.
Did they even. So they haven't even made it to the afterlife.
No, they were
Inhumans.
just like, they weren't even together.
No, they're not.
Yeah, they were just like, Quake was being stupid, and then like Porcupine was being extra dumb.
Porcupine's rough. Yeah,
This
no.
podcast took a turn.
If you don't watch Marvel's Agents of Shield, you're missing nothing. You're missing nothing. I watch it. I seriously. I keep it recorded. I knocked through 8 episodes before Cap 3, just in case there was any tie in anything just mentioned, and it was nothing. Like nothing. Like they don't even like acknowledge. They don't acknowledge the movies, and the movies aren't acknowledging them. They're just like. Like ever since their movie got canceled, they were like, "Fuck you." And Marvel was like, "Yes,
Fuck
yeah,
you.
fuck you."
Yeah, it was just a horrible mistake we made.
Didn't they always just react to the movies? Anyway?
Yeah, I was gonna say, maybe they'll
they
react
never
to
like did like a thing that tied in the movies. It was always like, remember what happened in New York.
Before Cap 2, their episode was Hydra coming out of the shadows.
Oh, so before
So before
Like
Cap
setting the
2,
stage.
there was like an episode that would like kind of tie them
I
both
remember
together.
that.
And so like I was hoping for that, and I got
Is that
nothing.
shitty? Who's that shitty dude that was like good and then he was bad?
Ward?
Yeah, is he still around?
Ward is technically still around. He's actually dead.
Yeah.
Coulson killed him, but then the original Inhuman who takes over bodies took over his body.
So Ward's alive still.
So Ward is there.
Oh, like his body's there.
His body is there.
Which is always worse.
And his memories, but then also the memories of like 20 people. So like sometimes he's Ward when he's talking to Skye and trying to manipulate her, and sometimes he's somebody else when he's trying to talk to somebody else.
Sounds cool.
It's great. It's quite enjoyable.
Ward. Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Yet I don't watch Arrow, which I keep hearing great things about.
It's good this season. I thought this season picked up. Last season I thought was trash.
Yeah.
This season's great.
This is a point that I thought the big words were weird. Like every time they go to a new city, it was like the huge
I did
words.
like
and
that.
stuff.
Yeah, I thought that was weird. I was like, okay, we're in fucking.
I liked it. What's that guy that does that? There's movies
necessary.
that do that on the regular.
I would have been fine with just like a
Yeah,
normal
like
one.
a smaller one. I was like, all right, don't fucking block.
I would okay with a normal one in London.
It was
Looks weird.
I needed you
it
needed to
didn't
know
bug me
where
though,
you were.
because like it kind of like it just got it out of the way, and it's big, and you read it quickly. I don't
But it's almost
really.
hard to
Sometimes
read.
I miss the small ones because I'm looking around the screen going, man, what are they doing now?
I agree. I mean, like it was. I brought it up in the beginning of the podcast, but nobody really agreed.
I was
going
gonna try to talk. But
I didn't even hear.
we got into something else. So
Yeah, no, that kind of bothered me. I was like, all right, why does it need to be so big? Why don't you do the
It's so
classic
big.
small like you've always done?
especially when it was a longer
wrong with
word, I was like, you guys had to kind of like stretch it in. Like halfway through production, like, ooh, we gotta keep making these big, but can we go to a smaller?
But we went to Cleveland on accident. We should have gone to just Ohio.
Can we go to a smaller city?
Cleveland didn't even need to be done because it was just him at that one apartment. It was just Zemo at that one guy's apartment that he tortured.
Yeah.
That was Cleveland.
I forgot Baron.
God forbid they go to like
Well,
Minneapolis.
they were gonna do dude's house in Cleveland.
Yeah,
that one Russian guard we showed you earlier.
Apartment 203.
It was probably supposed to be Minnesota or Minneapolis, but they're like, fuck this. You're going to Cleveland.
You can agree that's a shitty laugh, right? No?
No, it's great. It's
I like
fucking
it.
retarded.
Alright, well.
It's psychopathic.
All right, any now we're not closing the podcast, but any closing? I think we've talked. Sounds like we've kind of talked.
I feel like we've talked
Cap.
a lot about the negatives of it. And bringing up everything you don't like about it.
No,
Well, that's because we started with nutted twice.
Yeah.
It was fucking
I mean, it was
amazing.
amazing.
Dick hard again talking about it.
Yeah, it was great.
It was the most emotional one for me of all the Marvel movies they made so far.
Yeah.
I was most emotionally invested.
It was great. I don't know if I was more emotionally invested. Yeah, I was.
I mean, I'm not sure what anything else was ever really getting me. Like, I mean,
Can you do a top 5 real quick?
Top 5
If you
movies.
can't, it's okay.
I don't know.
I don't know if I
don't
can
know if I feel
either.
confident about it.
It's rough. It's still hard.
Well,
I feel like I'm still coming down from this.
Yeah,
to
I always
be
have
able
a
to
hard
say-
time too. Once
like,
I'm
right
coming
after.
right after one too.
It's like give me a day or so.
Of
Okay,
course that's
yeah, I
number
did
one.
like it, but blah, blah, blah.
Take your time. It's
As
okay.
of now, this will definitely be number one.
Yeah.
You know how good this one was? They
Avengers-
actually moved Cap 2 up. Cap 2 has officially replaced Guardians as number 2.
Oh,
Yeah, it goes Cap 3, Cap 2, Guardians.
For you? Wait,
Wow.
what?
Yeah. Because I don't know. Something about the way this one was emotionally made Cap getting shot in Cap 2, like, I don't know, stronger for me for some
They
reason.
weren't even like the same movie to me.
I don't know. No, I don't think they were the same movie. I don't know. They weren't the same.
No,
movie.
but the
I just
tone
think
of
it
this one was totally different than Cap
Well,
2.
it's a totally different tone, yeah, but it both of them were like serious good movies that had like lighthearted, you know what I mean?
See, I feel like Cap 2 was a real good movie, where I think this one was like
Yeah.
really, really good, like really emotional. Where Cap 2 for me was a good movie. Like, it was like that's the way a movie should be and always should be. This one was like, this is like above a good movie for me. Now
it's a benchmark. It's how movies.
Yeah, like
this is how movies like should be. They should be this
basically
good.
it should be this and Star Wars. That's it.
Yeah.
Those are the two ways you should make movies.
That's basically how I feel. Whenever you say like if it's not a Marvel movie, you don't care. That's
So
kind of how I
all-
feel.
Well, I mean, I'm
Disney.
I sort of mean like
They
in
got
this
that money,
genre,
man.
but yeah.
Yeah.
I mean in this genre, by the way. I cannot go watch like Predator in this form. It wouldn't be the same movie.
You say that.
No, I mean I'm sure we'd enjoy it, but like there's-
Well, I don't think Predator should bounce around. It's nice when it's confined to that jungle and you're kind of like you're trapped there with them.
but I mean
I know you're
more
not
like,
arguing for that. I was just thinking in my
I don't even
head,
wanna
like
go
when they make the next Predator, whoever's listening to our podcast, tell them keep it in the jungle. You know, don't try and jump around. Don't try and do like Predators in different cities.
Cleveland.
Fuck shit up.
All right, closing remarks.
Closing remarks. I thought Spider-Man, Ant-Man, Black Panther, Falcon stole the show. Even Tony Stark. I thought like Cap's my favorite hero, but I thought all of them like were the highlights of it. Even when we had plenty of awesome Cap like action. I thought like we all thought we knew what was. Oh well, it's just the way. It's the way you're looking. It looks like you're just like, yeah, okay, talk. But it's the way. Like I thought I knew what I was getting when I just from the trailer and what came into it, but it was a lot more story driven and like deeper emotionally than I thought it would be. Other than just like, hey, here they're all fighting. Like it actually made sense as to why every character there was fighting. Like it made sense, and it was just. I just loved it. I loved all the interactions.
Charles? Rob?
I liked it a lot. I liked it a lot more than like I wasn't as like Charles said. Like okay, he's losing it.
I don't know what he broke.
Yeah. The guacamole jizz.
Oh,
You're laughing because he dropped guacamole in his pants earlier?
It's a lot.
I like see out of the corner of my eye. I'm like, what the fuck is? Oh yeah, the guacamole.
That explains why he's wearing such like stained pants. I saw it earlier and was just like, must be laundry day.
It is funny.
Well, I got
Sorry,
that
Rob.
stupid chicken quesadilla in the Sinopolis, and like as I was trying to like watch the movie without like looking to take a bite, like shit went south, and I was like, fuck. You know,
Quesadilla sounds delicious.
it was fucking.
Rob?
I liked the movie. I went into it with high expectations, and they were exceeded. I mean, it was one of those movies where you go in and you think like you know it's going to be good, but you don't know it's going to be like this good. I mean, in my opinion, and for me, definitely highlights Ant-Man, Spider-Man, Falcon was great. I thought he was really funny in this. Iron Man was great, and I liked it. So I'd say it's not for me. It's not above Guardians because I'm just too into space for it to and I feel Guardians was a lot more fun. Like this movie was fun in certain parts, but Guardians was a lot more fun like overall as a movie. But it's number 2 for sure.
Yeah, I probably came out of Guardians just as happy as I did with this one. Just about as happy. Like just as satisfied. Like, wow, that was fantastic.
Yeah. Yeah, like I really like this one because I actually wasn't super duper excited for this. And I know it's like fuck me, but like I actually like that because I didn't go in with I knew it was gonna be good, but I didn't go in with like a lot of anticipation and expectations and stuff. And when I saw it, it was fucking amazing. So it actually made the movie better for me. It's not like, oh, they better hit this benchmark that I have in my fucking cynical head. Instead, I just like got to sit there and fucking just enjoy it and so. And I love the fact I didn't know shit about Black Panther, and then like it was just fucking awesome. So,
I wish I was you.
Yeah. No, it's funny. I envy Saki more because like as soon as Black Panther showed up, she's like, "Who's that guy?" I was like, "I ain't telling you shit." Like, you can find out. Like, cause I envy you. I wish I had that right now.
Yeah, no,
So,
I
it was awesome.
I agree with what you're saying because that's how I felt with Guardians actually because I didn't know who the Guardians of the Galaxy were, and I remember when I heard, I'm like, Rocket Raccoon. We're gonna have a raccoon in like
I thought
in my
the same
Marvel
thing.
universe talking to Tony Stark at some point, and then when that I didn't have high expectations for that, and then the trailer came out and that looked good. And the movie was just like wow, this is fucking great. You get to learn all the characters, and it makes it much more better. Jesus,
Much more better.
much more better. It makes it more amazing when it was like a sleeper, you know.
Yeah.
So that's 10 out of 10 for me.
I do want to give props to Vision though too. I forgot him in my little speech. So
Yeah.
I thought he was good. I liked him and Scarlet Witch romance. I thought that was kind of cool. So
And the sweater, the Viz.
the
I like the Viz in the sweater.
the Viz is the man.
Yeah.
I like that when he
He's the only one who's not a man.
He's my kind of man. He's a robot.
yeah, like when he phased through the wall. He was like, well, I mean, the door was open. So I thought it was.
It was cool.
I like how it's implied too that he goes in like we talked about this. Like you can't just be phasing in.
Like he's made that accident at the right time.
Yeah, doing something. He comes in. Oh, what are you doing in here?
All right.
Go Viz.
All right. Well, do you guys want to just switch topics real quick on a Game of Thrones, or you just want to end this now?
I'm excited for tonight's Game of Thrones. It looks like they're bringing in young Ned.
Tower of Joy.
Yeah. Wait, what's Tower of Joy?
You'll find out.
Tower of Joy?
Joy.
You might not.
Okay.
We don't know.
It'll probably be, you know.
They could always Game of Thrones me and just be like that scene where they show young Ned is actually the second right before the credits. They've done this to me
I'm
before.
gonna try to get a second viewing of Cap on Monday, I think.
Yeah.
That'd be a third.
It's a
viewing.
long movie. I don't know if second viewings of really long movies are fucking hard for me. Just it could be amazing. Even Star Wars, because it was so long. I mean, it was amazing and stuff, but it was like.
Really, if I like
I
it,
mean, I had like 5 viewings of Star Wars.
if I like it, I can watch it like quite a few times.
Well,
I mean, like
if I wait like a week at least, I'll be alright. I'm ready.
I'd have a hard time watching Batman vs Superman.
That's the thing. I wanted to do second viewing of that, but I was just like, God damn, that's long.
Yeah.
Second viewing.
I'm waiting
If
for
I
that
like it, I
Blu-ray.
can rewatch it.
Yeah,
but it's gonna be rough.
And that's getting even longer.
Because
Like,
when I bought the Cap 2 Blu-ray, when I bought the Guardians Blu-ray, I back to back those right as soon as I got the plastic off. I'll watch it once. I'll watch it again.
That's crazy.
No, but I'm the same way. Like I've seen the first Avengers like probably over 50 times. Like
I used to go to bed watching it.
I would put it on like before I go to bed. Like I would just watch. Like if I really liked it, I'll rewatch it because I just love. I'll even go on YouTube sometimes and just like watch like the airport scene or something, and then like watch that. I don't know why.
What's the airport scene?
Civil War when they fight.
Oh, I thought you meant the. I thought you were talking
I
about.
know.
In
Yeah.
Avengers
yeah, it's like
one,
Avengers Airport.
It was fucked, but
It was fucked. It was certainly that.
but it was an example.
Certainly.
Yeah, the movie I did that with, it's so random, was Inglourious Bastards.
Yeah,
I would do that.
That's your type.
Yeah.
That's your type. That's
Only
your
certain
rewatch.
scenes,
Those
though.
are psychos like
was.
you.
Oh, there's a lot of bats to the face.
A lot of pig pulling.
I gotta say, trailers in the movie theater make me so much more excited for the movies than when I watch it on like my phone.
Turtles 2?
Well, I didn't see it.
Damn it.
I told this to Tom when the theater. I go, we should only watch trailers at AMC Whitlock. Because then we probably like everything.
Yeah, when the trailer drops, it's hard not to.
Because I wasn't that into that Doctor Strange trailer, but in the theater I was like, Doctor Strange is looking good.
Yeah, it looked good. And for me, Suicide Squad looked like great.
Suicide Squad, yes. Once again, I love Killer Croc when he shows up on the screen. It's just like, oh my god, how are they doing this?
Yeah, they're getting a lot better with their with Vision. Like
Yeah.
their makeup stuff is like ridiculous.
Looks real.
It's real.
It's like, that's a real vision.
There's a fucking Killer Croc out there.
It says, hey, there's a Killer Croc. He agreed to play the role as himself. Like, it worked.
Felt like there were some extra scenes in the trailer. Was it just me?
Oh, like what? Anything on the top of your head?
Like I saw Batman, like actually
Riding
gliding
on top of Joker's car?
No, like gliding
he
down.
glides
No,
down.
that's.
I remember that.
Oh,
from-
when he jumps off the thing
Yeah.
and
With
goes
the little
down? I've
snorkel
seen that
on.
one. Yeah.
Yeah, the snorkel.
Yeah, he's going after
It looks
Aquaman.
weird.
He had a snorkel on.
No, I don't know that. I just fucking
Yeah, he has like a
snorkel.
snorkel. Yeah, he has a
He's
snorkel.
got like
on.
floaties, like
Little ducks. Like, oh, here we go. What if it really was? What if it fucking really was? It's just like.
Do you think
shit on
he
the whole-
struggles to put on floaties like everyone else, or he just inflates his bicep?
It's probably a suit.
It's built into the suit.
yeah, oh, I'm sure it is.
Because he tries to put it on, he's got those like dagger
I've
things.
got the can't get past the
All right,
hooks.
well, let's end on that incredible note.
Fortnite 5.
Fortnite 5.
Fortnite 5.
Fortnite 5.
Oh, and